अभी तो सोएगा।
तीन लोग हैं
ये
अभी।
क्या चीज है?
रुका बंद लगाएंगे।
नाटी भी लगेगी।
और जुकाम गई।
Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Want to get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
Good evening, all. I hope you all doing well. Okay, so Rajesh sir, you will be taking a class till 8 to 8:15.
Okay.
Okay. So after 8:15, I'm sharing the test link, students. On the same session, I'm sharing the link. Till 8:45, you all have to take the test. After 8:45, we will talk. Okay. So student, kindly listen to the class till 8:15. 8:15, I'll be sharing the link. Sir, you can continue the class. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. So welcome back to Salesforce. So I hope yesterday, we started with some kind of development skills, right? So we started with kind of learning the data types and we finished with the class, right? So how to write a class and everything and all, and we have seen it. What class consists of everything and all. Okay, so right. So this is our developer console ID to write a program, everything and all here. Okay. So So if I take an example called bank account, so let us say that. So this class will consist of any class will consist of data members and member methods and everything. That's very good. Right. So, but how to write a function? So what is the syntax of it? Right. So that function, we are going to treat it as a member method out here. Why? Because every method will provide service to the data members of the class. So what are the data members of the class here? Yes, the customer name, account number, IFSC code, branch name, date of birth, and everything. Okay, right. Now, how to write a member method for it? Basically, what is the purpose of member method? It will provide service to the data members of the class. So what kind of services? For example, like we have data members, are variables. You can call. Some people will call it as data members. Some people will call it as variables. So nothing wrong in that. Both are the same only. Right. So for example, I want to provide some inputs for the customer name, account number, IFSC code, branch name, and date of birth here. Clear. So providing inputs, it's going to be a service. And again, what is the current output present in what is the current input or what is the current value present in this customer name, account number, IFSC code, branch name, and date of birth? So to check that, we require to have some output method for it. And we have some action methods also. Kind of, for example, I want to know my bank balance after the withdrawal. I want to know the bank balance after the deposit. So these all we'll call it as action methods. Right? And there is one more called start method. Okay, so totally how many? We have 4 here. So one is input method. One is input method. Second one is output method. Let me write down the better to that. Okay. So one is input method. Second one is output method. Third one is action methods. And I'll go with the beginning here. That is start method. So basically start method initialization will be done, or else the constructor part. Okay. Kind of initializations and everything will be done in the part of constructors, everything. So input method, it is providing inputs. Okay, providing inputs to the data members of the class. And the output method, get the outputs, get the output of the data members. And action method, so to perform any calculations, you require to go with action method. Perfect. Okay, so first we'll go with the constructor. So basically the constructor, right? The first call, whenever you are calling this class, okay, later we'll talk about the class, everything under, but anyway, you need to understand that actually. Okay, so whenever you're calling this class here, the first method, call it as constructor only. Right, so how will be the syntax of a constructor? Any abstraction, but generally we'll go with the public. And the method name, it's going to be the class name here. Constructor method name should be same as the class name here. Got it? Right. So in this constructor, we will provide kind of initialization values and okay. So customer name. So let's go with something like I'm just going some dummy values. Okay. So no name here. And the account number, let me copy this. I'll go with some dummy values. IFSC code. Let's go with IFSC. I'm just providing some dummy values and according to the client requirement only, we are going to do that. So branch name. Again, no name. And the date of birth. Okay, I'll go with this is okay. Right. Date dot today. So there is a method called date dot today. Okay. Right. So this is how we provide the dummy values or initialize the values to the data members. So whenever you're calling this class, the first method, it will go with the constructor. It will load the initial values into the data members here. So that is what the job of constructor here. And again, if you want to provide some inputs for the customer and all, account number, IFSC code, branch name and all, we'll go with the method called input method here. So let me go with input method. Okay, so extraction public. Return type. Here you'll have the what do you call it? We'll call it as return type or data type of the resultant. Okay, so by default, I'm just going with the data type of the result as void itself. I don't want to return. Whenever you don't want to return to the machine, right? You can go with the return type called void here. Right? So public void and the function name or method name. So generally we'll have something like in C++, we'll have scanf and printf to go for if it is something like a C++ and you'll have C in and C out. If you go for Java, the input method, we will call it as input and output and all. Right? Likewise, here in Salesforce, okay, so we'll call that method as set values here. So do you think that is a keyword? It is not a keyword, it is just an identifier. Right, so I want to provide some inputs to the customer name, account number, IFSC code, branch name, and date of birth and everything and all. So for that, I need to pass the parameters over there in this method itself. Okay, this is, we'll call it as a header. Okay, so from here, it is going to be the body. So this is going to be the body. Perform, sorry. Okay, so perform well-defined task. Well-defined task. Right? So this part, we'll call it as header. And for the curly braces to the end of the curly brace of this method, we'll call it as body. So inside of the body only, we will write logic to perform any kind of a task here. Here, what is a task? I want to provide some inputs here. Okay, so for that, I need to provide some inputs out here. I need to pass the inputs out here. So let me pass input. So with the same data type only, we need to provide it. With the same data type string, you can directly pass the same name itself, but generally we'll go with the distinct values. We'll call it distinct values, kind of the other word, which will be referring to the same word itself here. Okay, so for that, I'll go with something like name. So we have another value, right? Again, we need to provide, right? With the same data type only. Long account number, I'll go with number. Okay, so there is another number. Okay, let me go with ACC number. Again, IFSC code, right? So string IFSC. Branch name, again, string branch. And date of birth, let me go with DOB. So this is how we provide the distinct values which referring to the same data member itself. Now, what is the task here? Whatever the, right? So whatever the name, so for example, if I enter the name called any name like Divya, right? Rajesh, Saurav, any name. So these values are going to store it in the respective data. But at a time, only one value we can provide only, not multiple values only. Clear? Perfect. Now, right? We need to load these parameters into the data members of the class here. Then our job is done here now. So customer name. So for loading the value from right hand side to the left hand side, we use the operator called equals to. So which value, which parameter, that is name here. Simple. So likewise, I'm repeating the same. Equals to account number. Okay. And IFSC code. So whatever the data members you require, you can do that. IFSC, load it, and branch name. Going to be okay. And the date of birth, I'm going with the same. DOB itself. All right. So let me put it properly. Yes. Right. So this is how we provide the inputs to the data members of the class here. But I want to check the output also, right? I want to know what is the current value present in this data member variable called customer name, account number, IFSC code, branch name, and date of birth. So how it is possible to do that? Yes, we have the another one called output method for it. Right? So again, the syntax will change. No, it will never change. So let's go with the same public. I'm providing the return type as void. Now the method name, I'm just going to provide as get values here. So do you want me to pass any variable values over there in the in the parenthesis here? No, it is not. Okay, it's not required. So when you want to pass any parameter, you can do that. But currently, we are going to use only the debug statements here, right? So that's what. So I hope yesterday we learned, right? So for debugging, we have debug statement for it. So we know the syntax also. So let me provide a message here, customer name. Right. So where this way value is currently loading into the customer name variable only. Right. So likewise for time being, let me copy it. Oh, sorry. So I'll go with account number. So where this value is going to store in the account number itself. And IFSC code and the branch name and the date of birth. Okay, so let me provide different messages here. Bank, IFSC code, and branch name. Customer date of birth. Just save it for compilation. Right. If you want to perform any kind of action methods also, you can do that. So currently, first let me show how this class works on them. Okay. But are we finding any kind of an errors here? We are not. So it's been successfully saved here. If you want to check the any errors and all, you can find out at the bottom, you can find out problems here. So are you finding any kind of an errors? No, it is not. So if you're not finding any kind of error, which doesn't mean that your program is working properly or not. Am I clear? Right? Okay, so I don't find any kind of an errors in my class. So which means that your program is working correctly. So for that, we need to test our class. We need to test our class. How? So for that, Salesforce has introduced the one more class called test classes. Let me close this all. Test classes. So to test your class, we need to create another class here. But that class, we will call it as test class here. Okay, so let me make it as the name called test bank account class. Okay, even this is also an Apex class only, but we are converting that Apex class into your test class by using annotations and all. So what is the meaning of annotations here? So basically, annotations are the special keywords in Salesforce. So that will convey to the machine. We used to call it as machine and all, right? But the machine name here will call it as in Salesforce ARE. What is that? ARE. So we abbreviate it as Apex Runtime Environment, or some people will call it as engine also. Apex Runtime Engine or Apex Runtime Environment. So ARE is the responsible for executing any class over there in the Salesforce here. Got it? Right. Now, if you want to test our business class, we'll call it as business class. Why? Because the business logic being written over here. Again, this is going to be a test. This is going, if I provide if I start with test, it doesn't mean that it is a test class, okay? Even this is also Apex class only. But we need to convert this class to a test class here. So for that in Salesforce, we use the annotations here. There is an annotation called @eastest. @eastest. So this at the rate of fees test annotation will convey a message or will convey information to the ARE that, okay, so this class, you should treat, I mean, who ARE should treat as a test class here. So that's what annotations will do. There are lots of annotations we have here. But the purpose of at the rate of fees test annotation is meant for treat this class as a test class here. See, look at the difference between this class to that class here. In bank account class, you can't find out the run test here. But if I provide the annotation call at the rate of fees test, you can find out the run test here. Okay. And every test class will have its test method. It's a constant syntax of it. So public, all test class test method should be having a keyword called static. Return value, test method, okay, I'm sorry, static test method, void, any function name. Let's go with something like a bank details method. Right. So how are you going to test it? So for that, in OOPS, we have something like called object, or we'll call it as instance. So with the help of object or with the help of instance, we can test this class here. Right? And what is the syntax of an object? The syntax of an object or instant, it is nothing but the class name. Which class you're going to test it? Yes, I'm going to test the bank account. So class name, object name, okay? Let's say something like customer one. Anything, otherwise I'll go with customer. And followed by the new operator. I think it is a special operator. Yesterday we learned it, right? New operator. And followed by the constructor. So this is what the syntax of the bank account is. I'm sorry, object here. So with the help of object only, we can we can test the class here. But how are you going to invoke these methods here? Like set values, get values, and all. Yes, with the help of object. This is object name. So customer dot set values. Now, whatever the parameters we passed here, it is asking here. So we need to provide the input for it. Okay, let's go with something like Rishmita. Account number, I'll go with something like this. IFSC code, it's a string again, right? I branch Noida. Date of birth. I'll go with today's date of birth. Okay. It's a function. It's a function of it. So save it. Right. I want to check the details. I mean output also. So for that, let me invoke the method called get values here. Okay. So if I click on run test here, success will get a success here. It will generate a log file here. There you can find out your username, application name, operation done, the time of execution, what is the status of this execution here, is it a read file or unread file here, and size of this class and all, right? Just double tap it and click on this checkbox debug. See, I'm getting the output of everything here. So this is how we write the business classes for the business logic and test classes for the test. Clear? So, am I right? Fine. So this is one stage of it. But I want to deal with multiple values on them. I want to deal with multiple values. How? Like you might have heard about the data structures if you're from the background of CSC or IT or okay. So sorry. It's correct. So we have in Salesforce, we have collections. There are different types of collections here. But what is the purpose of collections in Salesforce? When you want to deal with multiple values, multiple similar values, or to perform insertion, deletion, traversal, everything. So for that, Salesforce has introduced something called collections. There are different types of collections we have. One is list. Let me create a test class for it, showing it the output. Test. Okay. Like static test method. Right. That's a method name. Okay. Fine. So there are three types of collections. One is list, second one is set, and third one is map. So what's the difference between that? Like you might have heard about arrays, right? Same like arrays also. Like here we have something like even arrays also will deal with the multiple similar values. So likewise, we have collections here. List, set, map. So what's the difference between list, set, map? First, what is list? List deals with multiple similar values. Multiple similar values, not same values, similar values. And again, list allow duplicate values. That is what list will do. And what is the syntax of it? Let me show you that. Okay. The syntax will be the keyword is list only, followed by the any data type. So here I'm going with the any primitive data type, any collection data type, any complex data type also. Doesn't matter here. So list followed by the string, the data type I have chosen here. You can go with the integer also. You can go with the long. You can go with the date time, anything under. I'll go with employee list. Okay, let me go with EMP list. New again, same data type and the constructor. That's what. Now I want to add multiple employees, names of the name of the employees. How? So that is what here. So list having its own method itself. So this is something like a developer guide. You go to the developer.salesforce.com/docs and all. If you search for the list and all, you'll get it all. So list is a class here. It is a list collection type and all. You can find out the usage, each and everything. Lists have its own constructors. And you can find out examples of everything also. But lists have its own methods here. These are all the different methods we have here. Okay, so I'll go with the first one called add here. So adds an element to the end of the list here. If I click on this one, you can find out example also for this. Clear? Anyway. So we can use the method called add, and we need to pass the list element here. What is the list element here? Fine. So how are you going to call that method? By using the object name. So what is the object name here? It is EMP list here. And use the method called add. We need to pass the list element. let's say something like that. Okay, so likewise, I can add multiple values like this. Right, I'll go with something like Harish. Amar. Okay. So Divya. If I want to add one more Rajesh here, I'll go with this. Okay. Again, to check the values, so you are adding all the values to the EMP list here. Clear? Right. So let's go with the debug. Let's have the message here, employee list. So where it is added. So it is all the values being added to this object here. So let me in all that. Save it and click on run. Check it out. Any issues you're facing? No, it is not. So just click on run test. Go to the logs, and there is a new log file being generated here. So double tap on that. Go to just check it, debug here. So now you can see here. So Rajesh, Harish, Sushmita, Amar, let me zoom it if you want. As you can see here, so Sushmita being repeated twice here, so which means that list is allowing duplicate values here. Right? So this is how we use the method call add here. And if you want to remove any value from the list, okay, like for example, I want to remove Rajesh here. I want to remove the value called Rajesh. So how? So do we have any method for that in say in the list here? Yes, we have a method here. So that is remove. Remove followed by the index here. So removes the list element stored at the specified index, returning the element that was removed. Am I clear? So that's what. So, but what is the index here? So let me show you. So generally everyone thinks that the index will start from 1 actually. No, it is not. The memory index always starts from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 6. So if you want to remove Harish means you should use the index value as 1. If you want to remove Sushmita means you should use the index value as 2 here. Got it? Fine. So now you want to remove Rajesh, right? So let's go with, let's use the, how to invoke that method using the object name only. So remove, the method name is remove, and use the index value as 0. Right, so let me use the same debug. So employee list after index 0. So run test. Go back to the log file. Check this debug only and see. Can you find out Rajesh here in the next year? No, it is not. You can find out only Harish, Susmita, Amar, Sanket, Divya, and Sushmita. So this is how we use the methods acceptable. So likewise, you can try the other methods present over here. If you want, I can share this link over there in the chat also for everyone. All right. So this is about list here and list methods. As we don't have that much of time, right? I need to cover up each and everything. So what is set? So even set also deals with multiple similar data, but right, but set will not allow duplicate values, and that too set will work as unique sorted order. That's a special about set here. Unique means no duplicates, and it will show it the output in the sorting order. Again, what is the syntax? Again, same set followed by the any data type. So we have seen with the string, right? Let me go with integer. Okay. Let's go with something like a book cost. Right? Followed by the new, again set integer. Again, set having its own methods. So where we can find out, again, go back to the developer guide. It's been over there. Yes, right. Yes, yeah. Set class here. So represents a collection of unique elements with no duplicate values and all. So you can read out the description. So whenever your time permits and all, again, set having its own constructors, and again the method itself here. Even here also you can find out the same method, but it adds the element to the set if it is not already present. Why? Why? Because set will not allow duplicate values here. Got it? Fine. So let me use one actually. I'm being, oh, sorry. So book cost dot the add method, and the element here, I'm just going with something like 1,000. Okay, again, book cost dot add, we'll use something like 560. Likewise, let me copy. Right. I'll go with 5,000. 1560. This I'm going with random value something. Okay. Let me provide 1,560. Okay. Let me check whether the set is allowing duplicates or not. Fine. Okay. And something like that. So okay. So book. Okay, so where it is loaded, I mean in the book cost here. Right. And if I click on run test here, go to the log file and go to the debug only. So you can see here. So what's the list here? Do you find any duplicate values here? 560 been repeated twice here. Can you find out 560 for twice? Okay. Yeah, this is the one. See, I don't find 560. And that too here, is it sorted out right here? So whatever, see, I have this, the entry is something like 1000, starts with 1000 to 654 here. But the output it is showing in the sorted. So that is what unique sorted order. But whereas list will allow duplicates, at the same time, whatever the order you entered, the same entry only it is showing the output here. But set is different here. Got it? So this is about set here. All right. And we have the another one called map here. Map is slightly different from the list and set here. So map is basically, it is a pair of key and value. It is a pair of key and value here. So how the syntax will looks like here, let me show you. Okay. Yeah. So map followed by the any key value, any data type related to the key, and any data type related to the value here. So this time what I'm doing, I'm going with integer as the key, and value I'm going with the string. Okay, let's go with something like a car list. New map followed by the same integer, comma, string. Right, so this is how. But here, integer is a key here. Key is the string is the value. And very important thing is that key will never allow duplicates. And value allows duplicate values. So key never allow the duplicate values. But whereas value will allow the duplicate. Looks like key is something like works as a set, right? And that too. And looks like value will work as a list. Why? Because it is allowing. I'm just giving an example, that's it. Right? Fine. So for that, again, if you go back to the developer guide, there you can find out the map class. The map contains a map collection type and all. You can find out the map methods here. These are all the methods comes under the part of map class here. Okay. And there is a particular method called put here. Where is it? Where it is. Yep. So put followed by it is you need to pass the two parameters. One is key and second one is value. Associates a specific value with the specified key in the map here. Am I clear? That's all. Right. So let's go back here. And how are you going to call? I'm going to call with the object name call dot. The method name is put. Again, we need to pass two elements over here. One is key. The first key is integer. Let me go with something. I'm just going with simple values and all. Okay. Let's go with Hyundai. Okay. Car. list dot put some random values, small values. I'm just going with this. That's it. Okay, and let me copy and paste it. Okay, change some numbers. Okay. Data, some value. Here, okay. Bench, like this. Something is missing. Missing semicolon. Okay, right. All right. So we missed the semicolon out there. Fine. So what I'm going to do, let me check all these values being added or not. Okay. So for the system.debug, let's just pass a message. Car list. So where all these values been added to the car list object. Okay, semicolon. Again, semicolon is missing. So click on run test. Go to the logs. You can find out the latest log here. Go to the debug only. You can see it. Again, this is also being sorted, but here map is having key and value, right? On the basis of key or being ordered, sorted, or based on the value. You can clearly see based upon the key only it's been sorted out here. So 1250 Kia, 12,500 Mahindra, 25,000 Hyundai, 1,25,000 Maruti, 3,12,500 Tata, 6,12,500 is Benz here. So all these being sorted based upon the key here. And the key will not allow any kind of a duplicate values here. But as per values will allow the duplicates here. So this is how we deal with the list set map and the methods present in the list set map and all. In the same link itself, we can find out in the left side ladder, you can find out, in the left side fly, you can find out the map class, list class, and every methods and all. So try this all methods and everything and all here. So this is how we deal with the multiple values and all right. Okay, fine. Now we'll go to the next concept called database statements here. Like okay. Like what is the purpose of database statements? For example, let me go to the MSP. Okay. So our Salesforce follows MVC pattern, right? Salesforce follows MVC pattern. You'll have three. One, we have something like called model. This is model kind of a database. And second one, we'll call it as controller. And third one is view part. This all we know it. . So basically what this database statements, like I want to move the data from controller to the model. And again, I want to move the data from model to the controller. Then you require to have this database statements. How this will happen? So basically, this controller, whenever the data you want to move from the controller to the model here, so we go with one of the database statements, we'll call it as DML statements, data manipulation language statements. And how to move the data from model to the controller by using the Sockwell statements and Saucel statements here. So the Sockwell is same like the select statements, kind of SQL and all, but it's more powerful than SQL. So that is Sockwell. So one second. So how to pronounce that? We should not call it as SOQL, we'll call it as Sockwell. So Salesforce Object Query Language. And the second one is SOSL. Okay. So that is Salesforce Object Search Line. That's it. And we have the another one called DML statements, right? Those are nothing but insert, update. So while dealing with data loader, we might have heard about this insert, update, upsert, delete. Okay, so we have undelete also here, and we have merge. So insert means creating new records. This is all we'll call it as DML statements. So to move the data from controller to the model, we use this DML. And to move the data from model to the controller, so generally moving here, which means that to fetch the data from the model to the controller, we use this Sockwell and Saucel here. Now, for example, I want to create a data. So generally, if you want to create a data, what you'll do, so we'll go to the patient or anything, okay? You go to the state, any SO object and you'll create it. So for example, I want to create a new record in the account SO object. Where it is. Okay. So what do? You'll go to the application, you'll go to the account, you'll click on new here. This is directly you're doing manually, right? That's good. But here, I want to insert the data from controller to the model. Okay, so for that, I'm not writing any class here. Let me close all these things for a while. Fine. So I want to insert the data from, right, controller. This is controller. Controller means what? The Apex programming we are going to write. So I want to insert the data from controller to the model. How? So first we need to create an instance for it. So account, which is object, into which is object you're going to insert the data, account is object. Okay, so object name is ACC equals to new and account here. Okay, so with the help of object name, you're going to call the API names of the fields here. Let's say something like account from, that's a name I'm just giving here, account from controller. That's it. Okay, whatever the fields you require it. You know it very well, right? So where you can find out the fields and all, you go to the object manager, there you can find out everything. Industry, right? So if you don't know the value, Just go to any record, you can find out the industry here. There is a field called industry. Let me copy this food and beverage for time being. So whatever the values you require, right? So for example, I want to go with the rating hot, right? So let me go with ACC dot rating. Okay, so value is hot. Simple. We use the insert DML statement followed by the object name here. So if I execute here, so let's go back to our, see, we got our account from controller with the details, industry is food and beverage, rating is hot here. This is how we do the DML operations, inserting. So likewise, we can do the updation also. Delete also, we can do that. Right? Again, if you want to retrieve the accounts here, so here in our database, we have something like around 16 items we have here. But I don't have access to this database. I have access to only the controller. So in that case, can I? Yes, we can do that by using SOQL and SOCL here. So first, let me go with the SOQL here. So you can find out a query editor. So there you can see the, right? So let's go with select. The keyword first for the SOQL is select. Whatever the field names you require it. Like I want to have the ID. I want ID from which object? From the account object. Okay. And if you click on execute here, you'll get all the 16 here. And all the fields should be sub. If you go for multiple values and all, you can go with I want to go with the name of the account also. See, you got names of it. I want industry. Oh, spelling mistake. So whatever the field name you can go with that by separating comma. So can we apply the same SOQL over there on the what do you call it? On the custom SO objects? Yes, we can do that. So select ID from patients. What is API name? The API name is patient __ C. See, I'm getting. What about name of the patients? Let's go with the name here. See. Is that clear? So this is how we use the SOQL statements. Like I want to deal with, I want to retrieve the, like for example, we have account SO object. Okay, so we have account SO object. And at the same time, we can find out the related contacts also. So I want to retrieve the accounts as well as the related contacts which are related each other, right? But which is the parent here? This is going to be the parent, and these are all children, I mean child here. Even opportunity also, cases also, and everything. So account is going to be the parent. So can we write a SOQL statement from parent to a child? We can do that. Okay, so select ID. First, let me retrieve accounts first. All right, execute it. So I got all the IDs. Okay, let me go with name also. So we can able to get the account details, account IDs and account names also. But I want to go with related contacts also. How? Again, comma. You should go with the parenthesis here. select ID from, then what I need to mention here? Should I go with something like the contact? No, you can't. So for every child will have its own, what do you call it? Let me go to the object manager. We'll have the child relationship name. If you go to the object manager, you go to the account. Okay, so let's go to the contact. Oh, sorry. Should be there. Okay. Phone name, number, and account ID. Yes. Yes. So account name here, right? So here you can find out the child relationship. In the child S object, just go to the child S object. You can find out the parent name, right? Account name here. So you can find out child relationship name as contacts here. So I should use this here, contacts, plural label here. If you click on this, you can find out all. You mention only ID, right? So you can go with something like a name also you can. So if I execute one more time, you can check it out. So for edge communications, there are two contacts here. For Burlington Textile, there is only one contact called Jack Rogers. If you want to test it, you can go to the respective textile corporate, see Jack Rogers. So this SOQL is on the standard S object from parent to child. From parent to child. So can we write SOQL from the child to the parent? Yes, we can do. Okay, so let me remove this. So select ID from this time from contact and execute. And if you want to have the name of it, you can do that also. But what about for this contact, who is the parent? So for that, yes, that field is nothing but account, right? Account name. And the API name, it's going to be account ID only. That is account ID. Okay. So, and comma account ID. I'm getting it. Otherwise, if you want to name of it here, you can go with account dot name. See, again, you can find for Burlington Textile, for Jack Rogers, who is the account? That is Burlington Textile Corporation of India. Sorry, America. So this is how we use the SOQL statements from parent to child as well as child to the parent. Is it clear? So right. So I'll stop here. So these are the basics, important points over there in the development part here. Right. So as the time is ended, so let me over to the Sushmita here.
Yeah, Rajesh, I will take it up. Okay.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
One second. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thanks for everyone actually. Yeah. Over to you, Sushmita.
Yeah, thank you, Rajesh, for all the sessions which you delivered. So it's very valuable. And yeah, students, Today we have MCQ test as yesterday I informed you. So be ready. So I'm sharing the link within a minute. Yeah, I sent in a chat box. Please check. All the best, everyone. Think twice while marking your attendance. Oh, sorry, MCQ test. Okay. Yeah, attendance link I will share after this test. Okay. So 5 more minutes, guys. So before 8:40, you have to complete your assessment. So I have some questions. So I will clear every question. I will take it up. Okay, I will take up every question. So please complete your assessment. I hope it's done. So 1 more minute left. So before 8:40, you have to complete it. So after that, I will share a top 10 list. So who got 50 out of 50 who submitted early. Okay. So yes, I will share attendance link after that. So I have an update. So let me share that first. So after that, I will share attendance link as well. Just behold. So this is our top 10 list. So congratulations, guys. And remaining, you don't feel bad. Okay. So next time, you can also try. So I have an update that, yeah, let me share that reviews. So I'm sharing now GMB review links. Okay, you have to give reviews. This is compulsory. Attendance, yes, I will share. Yeah, I sent now GMB reviews. Okay, which means you have to give your reviews here that how was the program went, like 15 days, right? Means 13 days, like how it went, what you learned, and is this useful or not. So all the things. And yeah, don't mention this is a free course. Okay. So without free, you can mention whatever you felt about this program. Okay. And this is mandatory. You have to mark it. And here we have Bangalore, Karnataka, like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, and others, right? Who are related to that state. Please give your reviews to that state. Any other which is not mentioned in the chat, you just give to others. Okay. Attendance link I will share after this. So who are related to Bangalore, Karnataka, you can give to that link. And Andhra, Telangana, you can give to Andhra, Telangana link. And Maharashtra we have, right? So Maharashtra, yes, you can give. Okay, don't mention this is a free course. And what you felt. So all the things you can mention. So I'm giving 3 more minutes to you guys. So before that, please complete it. So after that, I will share attendance. First, you have to complete this. Okay. So after that, I will share attendance link. So both YouTube and Zoom as well. Was a bit late to submit. It is okay. That's okay, mascot. No problem. Attendance, yes, I will provide. Just take a moment and fill this GMB reviews. So after that, I will share. Okay. Ma'am, exam is effective to certificate? No, Avish. It don't. We conducted test like assessment because your practice purpose. Okay, it don't affect on your certificate. Ma'am, when we get certificate, so Tarun, it will take 7 to 10 working days. Okay, between this 7 to 10 working days, you will receive your certificate if you are eligible. Okay, 60% is 60% attendance is mandatory for the certificate. If you are eligible, definitely you will receive it. Okay, I hope everyone is done with these reviews. Please mention if you are done with. Okay, after that I will share attendance link. Ma'am, in which we need to review. I sent GMB review links, no? So here you have to give. Like in which means like which state you are what related, no? So to that state you have to give. If not, you just give Maharashtra and other state. Okay. How we will know that we are eligible for certificate? So Tanaya, like this is the like 13 days program, right? At least you have to mark 7 days attendance so that you are eligible for the certificate. Okay, 60% attendance is mandatory. I hope you are not eligible, Durga, because you attended only 6 days, no? Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So any queries you can drop an email to edl@excelr.com. So before that, I will mention. So Kumaraswamy, if Andhra link is not working, means you can give to Karnataka, no problem. Yeah, before sending attendance link, I have an update regarding, yes, we XLR. We started internship and projects for the students. If anyone interested to do internships or projects, I'm sending the link. Please fill the form. Okay, please fill the form. So our team will connect with you and they will explain about that. Yeah, man. Just fill the form, okay? And this is a paid internship with minimal amount. So they will explain like which whatever courses we have here in the XLR, okay? So everything they will explain you about this. If you are interested, just please fill. Aman, our team will explain you about that also, like how much charge. It is minimal only, okay, not that much. Like, ma'am, this is for only final years, right? No, Nitya, it's not like that. If you're interested to do internship, you can do. Like third year also maybe they are doing. So how we contact to you, madam? So yeah, if any queries, if you didn't receive certificate or anything else, you just drop an email to edl@excelr.com. I'm mentioning in the chat box. Give me a second. Yeah. So I sent that email ID in the chat box. If you have any queries, you can just yeah, drop an email to this. Okay. I hope you fill that form, that project um, internship inquiry form. If you are done with that, I'm going to share attendance flow. Okay. I hope you are done. I know everyone are waiting for attendance link. So yeah, I want to inform that next SDP when it is going to start. Okay. So tomorrow one SDP program is going to start. So I'm sharing the link in the chat box. So that is a project excellence, mastering your minor and major projects with real world case studies. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, it is going to start. Please register. I sent in the chat box. And same like Monday to Friday, this program is going to happen. And yeah, same timing, 7 to 9. I sent in YouTube also. Guys, please register for this program and inform to your colleagues, friends also. Okay, classmates, friends, colleagues. For internship, you have to pay charge. Yes, yes, Ramya. That too minimal amount, okay? Okay, I hope this is the time to share your attendance link. Just give me a moment. I will share it now. Yes, I'm sending it. Please check. Please check the chat box and fill your attendance. And any more questions, you can ask me here in the chat box. So about the certificate, 60% attendance is mandatory. Whoever qualified for this, they will receive the certificate within 7 to 10 working days. Okay. And any queries you have, just drop an email to edl@excelr.com after this. Okay. How to certificate will distribute? Yeah, through your email, you will get it. Ma'am, can you tell me how many days you have attended? I attended. Nityashree, I didn't get your question. Okay, you have to attend. So 60% is mandatory. So like for 15 days, you have to attend 9 days. And for this program is happened like 13 days, right? You have to attend like 7 days is compulsory. 7 days attendance. Okay. Ma'am, can we have any reconducted session, ma'am? Because just now you said I'm not eligible for this certificate. Yeah, Durga. Tomorrow onwards, we are starting another program. Just follow and attend regularly. You will get it for that. Okay. Sorry. You guys know, right? Like how many days you attended the session. If you're asking now means how much percentage I have, I don't like. I can't able to tell you. If we submit the form, we will get attendance. Yeah, issue. Correct. I'm sharing the attendance link in the chat box. No, if you fill the details, that means you marked your attendance. No, Sanket. This is the last day. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, we are starting new program. So, guys, please register here. Okay, tomorrow you will receive one email. Okay, regarding the program. So through that, you can register, like you can join the program. Okay. So I'm sharing the link again. Registration link. If anybody missed out, just register for this. Mom, how to register? Yeah, it's working. Link is working. Please check. Okay. Will you provide the certificate for upcoming session? Yes, we will provide. Kamshi? Yeah, Anju. Certificate will come to your email. Ma'am, is the new SDP relevant for all the branches? Yes, correct. Yes, ma'am, but from tomorrow, that session is not Salesforce developer. Correct. That is not Salesforce developer. You have to start from scratch. So from tomorrow onwards, we are starting a new program, no? For that program, you have to attend regularly. So that Durga, you can get certificate. Samir, just drop an email to edel@excelr.com. Our team will let you know. Okay. If you message 100 times also, I can't able to tell you. Just drop an email to edel@excelr.com. Okay. Ma'am, I'm conducting 10 days. Okay. I wish you attended 10 days. Okay. Yes, you will receive. Okay. I sure it is compulsory to everybody. Means what? I didn't get your question. What would be the duration of the internship? Do we have to pay for training and etc.? Are we getting training before any project? So Abhishek, now I'm sending, this is the SDP program. So for this, no need to pay anything. For the internships, before I send, no. So for that, you have to pay minimal amount. Okay, that and all, our team will let you know. I hope you register for that. If not, if you want to register, I will share that that internship registration link again. If you want, please let me know. Is the internship available in Chennai? Actually, uh, Supraja, this is the, online internship. This is not offline one. Mandatory join to new program. Yeah, join, no problem. Like, this is not mandatory. If you're interested, you can do. Like, because freely you're getting knowledge, right? So why to waste it? Ma'am, how many days of this upcoming internship? So, internship about that, our team will explain you. Okay, if you are registered for that, our team will let you know. And I'm sharing that link again. Okay, if anybody interested, please register for this. There is no class on Friday. Okay, I sure are asking last Friday, right? Last Friday it is not there. It got cancelled because of some emergency issue. What about certificate? I explained it, Anuradha. Yes, this course has been ended. Yes, today is the last day, Srujan. Ma'am, please tell us how to receive certificate. Meghna, for the certificate, 60% attendance is mandatory. If you are qualified, you will receive certificate through your email, okay, within 7 to 10 working days. Yes, Rujan. Today is the last day for this Salesforce developer course. And from tomorrow onwards, we are starting one program. Okay, that's the project excellence. So I'm sending that registration link in the chat box. Please register. So certificate we will share through your email. Okay. Tomorrow's session is free or not? Tomorrow's session is free. Yeah, Bharat. You will receive your certificate through your email. Okay. Yes, I'm sending it. Just give me a second. I will share the attendance link. For Salesforce developer certificate, we need to log in that link. No. Your certificate you will receive through your email. Ma'am, can we do our final sem project from this? Ketan, maybe it is possible. Just register here and ask that to our team. Our team will let you know. Ma'am, any reason certificate is not I get, so what to do? So Avesh, just drop an email to edel@excelr.com and they will find out like why you didn't receive. Okay, they will let you know. How many days will the program take tomorrow? So Raju, as usual, 30 hours means 15 days, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Okay. So any more questions? Last time session I registered, ma'am, but I didn't get any mail to join the class. Okay. So please check tomorrow's. If not, just drop an email to edel@excelr.com. My team will provide that link. Okay. Sharika, test timing got over. So now you're attending the test also. No use. You don't open. For this many days sessions. Kanchana, I didn't get your question, but I understand like how many days session is this, right? The program is like 15 days session. Yeah, I will share the attendance link. That's okay, no problem, Sarika. You just fill your attendance, okay? Ma'am, I want to ask whether the certificate will come now or via email later. So, Anuj, it will take 7 to 10 working days to receive your certificate, okay? Not now. So, if you don't have any queries, you can leave the session, okay? No problem. So, thank you everyone for joining these sessions. So, hope tomorrow also we have session, no? Please join and inform to your friends, colleagues, okay? Everyone. But the certificate, ma'am, that's okay. Like we are not, providing certificate based on your assessment. We are providing certificate based on your attendance. Okay. So this assessment is not going to affect on your certificate. Ma'am, do we get confirmation mail after filling the form? No, it will take 24 hours time. Tomorrow, before afternoon, you will receive it. Okay. Which session is tomorrow? Is it only Salesforce developers? No, Anuj, it's not. It's a project excellence. So just join tomorrow. We will let you know. Okay. Okay, fine. So it's time to wind up. Ma'am, we also see the previous sessions on an Excel site. Yeah, you can watch through our LMS. Will I have to pay any charge for the internship? Yes, Anuj, you have to pay for the internship, not for tomorrow's session. But that's a minimal amount. So Akash, you like right? Like how many days you attended? You don't delete, right? No, you don't go. It will be there, Abhishek, no problem. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining these sessions. So yeah, it's time to say bye-bye. So good night everyone. Take care. We'll see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.